You can build a starship app listening to some kind of alien voice. Yeah, hello, what's up, people? So this is Dolaga George, and welcome back, React Now, Dave. So yeah, welcome to this. I'm going to take you through web development roadmap 2025. Of course, for web developers, it is quite dynamic. You can become anything once you become a web developer. So I'll start with web developer. Web development, basically, it is the language of the internet. How you build website, how you build the front end page or the back end page of a website where a client can access, where a business can advertise. Yeah, not their physical, but maybe they can advertise their services and their product, and perhaps what kind of services they render. Of course, so today, being a web developer, for you to be a web developer, these are the these are the computer languages that you need to learn. The first language is HTML. It means hypertext markup. Basically, these are the structures you use, the kind of elements, the component you use. I can say while you are building a structure, you use blocks, you build the skeleton of your structure, the skeleton of your building. We use HTML. Basically, that is it is a programming language that the website is written in. So yeah, but of course that is not enough. Perhaps I can say it is not enough. Your structure, what you are building, has to have some aspect of design, some aspect of aesthetic, visual appealing, I can say, something that you find it unique and creative in terms of how it looks. So basically, in the context of web development, in the context of coding, we have graphic designers, we have web designers, and we have some tools they use to create, I can say, creative, aesthetic, innovative, user-friendly designs. Also user experience, something that is it's resonate with the people. So basically they use cascading style sheet, CSS. This is a language that is used to design what to build. And of course, sometimes web designers go far to using tools like Figma. You come up with a mock-up of what you want to come up with. Basically, Figma, it's give you a pre-model of what you want to design, some kind of a sketch. Like if you're an architect, you have to come up with a plan of how your house will want to be. So basically, even designers can use Figma. Some use Canva to design their elements like visual assets, like images, like hero banner, something interesting, logos, and of course those favicons on your website, some kind of pictures that resonate with the branding of that website you are building, or that identity that you are trying to come up with. And of course, yeah, it is so good to come up with a responsive web. Basically, cascading style sheet allows you to come up with a kind of a website that fits all designs, fits all media sizes, all kind of gadgets, including mobile first. And these days we request for mobile first designs, and basically responsive design on all the media sizes. But of course, not far from that, you cannot just have a website that is quite good build and of course quite good design, but it has to have functionality, and that's where JavaScript come in. JavaScript, basically, it's a programming language that allows your web app to be more functionable. It gives functionality and interactiveness. Perhaps it's make your website more dynamic. It gives the function of there's a button on your website. You can put a function of on click, maybe access this file, on click render this, such kind of aspect. So it gives interactivity. It makes your website more dynamic. It makes your website live, more vibrant. Yeah, but of course you also have some other tools you'll use. We have other programs you'll use rather than just JavaScript. You can use Java, C++, C Sharp, of course, Python, or depending on who taught you, depending on the kind of web developer, the kind of level you are. Of course, web development, perhaps for computer programming, is quite not demanding, but of course, it is constant learning and practice, and it is always learning new things. Also being adaptable to the new trends and technology that is always there. So basically, that is the roadmap for becoming a web developer, a front-end developer. But of course, that is not enough. You still have some other aspect like frameworks that supports you to come up with pre-rendered components like Bootstrap. It gives you some kind of tailored or customized styling. You can access a carousel. A carousel is a component where many pictures have been put in a container, and the picture just moves left and right in a slideshow showing the kind of vibrancy on that website. But of course, we have some cards. It can give you the nav bar, anything. It can give you a card. It is just a pre-rendered code that have been developed for you. You can just copy and paste on your codes, then it runs the way you want. But of course, we have other framework like React, and of course, this is the interesting thing now with web development. Web development has been many times I found myself in this conversation with web designers. I'll say not just web designer, but content editors, basically people who knows how to operate I can say WordPress. And yeah, it is notable that 70%, or I'll say 60% of the world website is built on WordPress. But of course, yeah, WordPress is more of a add and drop way of building a website. It just have some ready-made template for you to build a website. But of course, I know I haven't delved that deep into WordPress. I always want to know because of some kind of for learning purpose, like getting to know, adding a blog, posting a blog post, maybe adding your hero image, editing some kind of elements and components on your website. But of course, that's where a beginner should start. That's where web development historically used to begin with, not now. But of course, we have some kind of framework you can code from scratch, new technologies to just build add and drop elements, templates. But of course, we have React. React is a JavaScript framework built by Facebook Meta, and this was built by Facebook developers. And they were just great enough to come up with this idea of coming up with a already made sort of a templates, a sort of a JavaScript React environment tools where you are able to install it on your code editor. Just using some commands, and you're able to come up with some developmental environments, modules, where it allows you now to, it allows you to come up with a reactive and single page website because it has a router, and it is very quite efficient, quite future-proof, because it's quite a server-side rendering. For me, I'm a web developer and I use React, and this time now I've even level up to Next.js, also using CSS modules like Tailwind CSS, and now transitioning to my third paid I can say gig. It has been a challenge to even transition my skill to I can say paid paid employment opportunity, because it's quite difficult to even transition that skills. So, but of course, that is the that is the path that you can use to learn and enhance your skills in web development. To be now a full stack developer, you have to learn there's something called MERN stack. MERN stack means those are the technology you can combine to come up with a full stack app. With a full stack app, it means you are both a front end and you are both a front end and a back end. With a back end, it means you'll have to understand some back end technology like for now 2025, I mean, you cannot go backwards. We are now in a non-SQL databases we are using server-side rendering, something like that. We don't have to have a server somewhere. We just use something like Node.js. You can use Express. You can use React framework. You can use, of course, Next.js. This is a better function of now React framework, but of course you can use MongoDB. Node.js. Node.js is a server-side rendering. With that, you can be able to build a mobile app, a web app, anything that your client wants you to build for. Of course, that is the aspect of now what you can use. And for practical practices, you can use CodePen. Just go to YouTube, use CodePen. You can sign up with either Google or you can sign up with GitHub. But of course, you can use some on a later development while you get to JavaScript, use state, all those aspects. Now you can go to Code with Nada. Is my mentor, I can say. The aspect of pop state, all those aspects of React loops, use state, React component, all those aspects. I can say those if statement, conditional rendering are all something that makes your mind thinking and makes everything about coding much more practical and much more wanting. But of course, you can also check out on Scrimba. It's a quite good tool to learn practically how coding is more practical and more fun, and it's also more of I don't know, you should just write it out. But of course, at least a code 3 hours a day will be quite impressive to you to learn and become not quite half-baked, at least something intermediate web developer. But of course, you're not able to code while you don't know how to type. Your first thing to know should be typing. You can use KBR. Just type KBR typing. You'll get that website. You can sign up with Google. You can compete with other people typing across the world. They're typing, they're learning to type. But of course, you're supposed to have a target. At least a good web developer should type 60 words per minute, and above. But of course, typing is a skill on its own. We have people who just type for an earning. Sometimes people prefer to record a video, but still you still have to type, or you can still use some other ChatGPT to convert your audio to voice or to text. I don't know, something like that. But for now, typing still remains a skill in web development and coding, and it is a mandatory step that you start with it. And of course, mentioning of ChatGPT, this is a productivity tool where your prompts is your power. You can use it to elevate your coding skill, but of course more impactful. It uses you can use ChatGPT to debug your code to be more time efficient in terms of now being productive. Instead of now using 2 hours on seeing what is the problem with your code, you can use 2 seconds to just debug after you've done quite a lot in terms of prompting, in terms of thinking out what is out there missing in your code. But of course, you are division bearer. You just use ChatGPT to clean your work after you've done the messy part of the work. But of course, you are not denied to ensure that your website is responsive. We say responsive web because a website is designed by a web developer, and that website needs to fit in all media sizes of the gadget. and this time many times we use a mobile app. I can not just a mobile app. We use mobile, so that's why the website has to be mobile fast. It has to be mobile friendly. It has to be mobile friendly in terms of its user experience, in terms of its responsiveness, in terms of its user interactivity, dynamic interactivity, aesthetic design, all those kind of aspects, topography, visual. I can say you can put that alter text for supporting people with disability, enable, yeah, just also for search engine optimization. For all those aspects, you have to put it into practice. But of course, you have to learn jQuery, you have to learn JavaScript there on CodePen. Yes, before even you get to learn on CodePen, not on CodePen, but a free code camp, you'll be able to get a certificate in responsive web after completing all those kind of challenges. Also learn jQuery and JavaScript and build app. Just be creative. You can build any app. You can build a piano, I don't know. You can build a starship app listening to some kind of alien voice. I don't know. You can build a weather app determining real prediction on how some kind of weather pattern will affect rainfall, will affect product yield, which kind of when to plant, what is the humidity in the air, all those kind of aspects. But of course, with real prediction and informing what kind of products can grow, yeah, depending on the weather patterns. But of course, yeah, just be creative and be collaborative. Do share ideas, be in a community, and don't or stress yourself out. Coding should be limitless in terms of your ability to think. Just be free, and yeah, anytime you want to code, start typing your ideas on that space, and I'm telling you, by 20 you'll bag those dollars into your account. And of course, just be ready to adapt. There are several other opportunities. Don't just quarrel with other developers that I'm a web developer. I code in JavaScript. I don't know. I'm a software engineer. I don't know. I'm a C# developer. It's called React Now Dev. Of course, my name is Tolaga George. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on Twitter. I also have a channel like Political Intern. And this is after I've seen there's a need to transition from the social kind of aspect of dealing with people to now a technological way of embracing the digital future. The aspect of embracing that we have to know nobody should be left behind in the digital revolution, amidst the fourth industrial revolution, characterized by the rapid adaptation of artificial intelligence. There's the aspect of drone technology. There's the aspect of machine learning, artificial intelligence, robotics, space exploration, all those aspects. I don't know where we are, where can we fit, and this is why I emphasize on the need for us to be in the space of tech. Yeah, web development roadmap. Yes, learn it and come and tell me later that after you get monetized, after you inspire more people, after you come up with such program, yeah, helping people to grow, to enhance their digital participation. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.